Alright people, Mike Salden here again. Welcome back to another Metal Gear Solid Master Collection video. Today I'm going to get the big boss rank on Extreme, on just Metal Gear Solid 1998. Just the standard European version, or maybe this is the North American version. Um, a lot of people say it's easier to get these ranks on the Japanese version of the game, but I'm just going to stick to the version that I know. The footage is going to be sped up to 2 times speed, just so the video isn't like 2 hours long. And I'm going to be editing out a lot of the backtracking because I think people can get through the backtracking without much help. And all the cutscenes will be skipped, of course, all the codec calls. Don't even bother answering the ones you don't have to. And yeah, just stay up in this top right corner of the map here to start with. Keep an eye on this guy, and when you see him starting to come towards you, go around the back of the forklift. When the elevator comes down, just run around the other side again, and just wait around here, and you will never be spotted as long as you stay up here. When the guard comes down off the elevator, he'll look over there, then he'll turn around to you, and then he'll just start walking off, and that's your cue to run in. Again, I'll be editing out any moments that aren't that hard or that people don't really struggle with, uh, just to save time because the video would be far too long. So equip a grenade, throw a chaff, keep the grenade equipped at all times because Snake runs faster when he has a grenade equipped. Grab the SOCOM and then do not stop running for anything till you get to the ventilation shaft, because if you are quick enough you will beat the guard and he won't see you. Just going to skip through this ventilation shaft because we don't really need to look at Snake crawling for about 2 minutes. So yeah, I'll just skip past that. Throw another chaff, collect the other ones at the end of that walkway to replenish your chaffs. Grab the thermal goggles, and again keep the chaff grenades equipped because Snake does run faster, and it means you can beat this camera here. Get on the stairs, pause on the stairs, wait for the guard to get to about that position. Grab the SOCOM ammo under the stairs, just jump on the elevator. Okay, and yeah, don't answer any codec calls again. Just ignore the colonel. We don't need to hear from him, to be honest. And I'll just skip this vent crawl because we really don't need to see it. For this, just hammer square as soon as the cutscene ends to take those guys down. Then equip a grenade again so that Snake is at his top running speed. Then head up to the door, over slightly to the right, and then just run around in a big loop around these guys. And try not to get hit at all. But if you feel like you are going to get hit, it's okay to take a rifle bash instead of a bullet, because it does far less damage to Snake than a full-on bullet does. So don't worry if you think they're about to rifle bash you, because it is doable to take at least 2 rifle bashes. I think that's the minimum you should be aiming for. Grenades come in, stay up at the top, of course, to avoid the grenades. And again, just keep running around these guys, and Meryl will take them out. 2 rifle bashes is what you're aiming for there. Any more than that, and if you get shot on Extreme, I would reload a save from inside the cell. Again, it's good to drop a save inside the cell because that part can be so tricky to get past with no damage or with very little damage. Blow up the top left wall there because we'll need to get in there later for some stun grenades. Come in here and grab your grenades, blow up this wall while you're doing it. I could have, yeah, drop a save here just before Ocelot. Don't go any further than this because the save will just put you back. Like if you try to save in Ocelot's room, you'll start out here anyway, and you'll have wasted like 30 seconds or so here blowing up these walls. So just save out there if you're gonna save. For Ocelot, run up towards him, get a diagonal shot on him, come back around here. I missed him, but just keep going along this side of the arena, getting diagonal shots on him when you can. And that's the real trick to doing this, is getting these diagonal shots. But yeah, just stay on the left side of the arena, run up to the top, back down to the bottom, up to the top again, get a diagonal shot on him. and it is very doable to get no damage here. And I was pretty good this time. I got shot the last time I was attempting this, so but don't worry if you get shot maybe just once. If you didn't take any rifle bashes or any damage at all, you can afford one shot here on Ocelot. But really, no damage would be the best thing to aim for on Ocelot. Just gonna skip through where you call Meryl. Call her down in the basement so that when you get on the elevator, you're not wasting any time because she'll call you back straight away once you get up there, and then you can just head through the lasers right away and not waste any time. I would save on the elevator as well, just in case you mess up the lasers. But on your thermal goggles, watch the lasers. Make sure the one in front of Snake hits the floor, then goes up past his head, and that's when it's safe to move. And always crawl when you get to that big door so you can get through it sooner. Save out here in the snowfield because the tank boss can be tricky. Pick up a mine or two mines. I think I went for 3 here. And yeah, I got this one as well just to get it out of my way. What you want to do here is have a grenade equipped and start running to the left straight away when that fight starts. And if you are quick enough, the tank can't hit you. Plant a mine out here for him to blow up. That slows down the tank, stops its movement. Then just try your best to get a grenade into the tank gunner's little cockpit or whatever you would call that. Kind of messed up there and took a hit. When you're doing this, do your best, try to not get any hits on you at all. But it was still a pretty quick tank run there. It didn't take that long to get him down. And I didn't lose that much health, so I continued on. But ideally, you would only have taken 2 rifle bashes by this point, and maybe no damage to Ocelot and no damage to the tank. But if you can no damage Ocelot and then maybe only take 1 hit off the tank, it's still possible. So grab those chaff grenades on your way around there. Just slowly go behind this guard. Then double tap the elevator to get it to arrive quicker. Come down to B1. We're going to grab the Nikita. Just run straight in here and just follow my path and the guards will never see you. Just wait a second in the room for the guard to go past. Go back into the center, grab those SUCOM bullets and back to the elevator. Now we're going down to see Otacon. And we have to blow up the little missile panel. So we'll just skip all that Grey Fox codec conversation and stuff. Just get your missile out. I would do it in first person because it's easier to control. And yeah, doing it with third person camera on the missile, I always find it pretty tricky. So I just like to stay in first person. If you're low in oxygen, run back out there and get it back up. And make sure to grab the FAMAS out of the first room on your right, because you're going to need the FAMAS for your fight on the elevator with the guards who steal Otacon's stealth camo. So do not miss the FAMAS on the first door in that gas and electric floor area. So next up it is Grey Fox or the Ninja. Pretty tough fight. He's really fast. I would make a save outside the boss room. Just in case, because he can take you out if you're not careful. So I would start with a grenade equipped so you run a bit faster. Get your 3 hits in on him, then make your way to the center of the room. Excuse me. Because if you're in the center, he has to run to you and jump over there, and he will always land in that same position, and it's just a good starting place. When he jumps in the air, make sure you avoid that giant kick he does. Yeah, get out of the way of that and just stay on him. Do not give him room to breathe, because if you go too far away from him, he will punish you. You really have to stick on him tight and get your punches in really fast. And then swap to thermal goggles when he does this, where he starts going invisible. And I would equip a chaff grenade so you run a bit faster, so you can just get to him before he escapes his little like hiding place, because he will run out of there if you're too slow. He was on his way to attack me there, but I luckily got a punch on him. So just be warned, that section can be dangerous. Get rid of your chaff grenades after that because he will get mad that you've got a weapon equipped. If you've made it to this stage, you've basically done it when it's his teleporting stage. Basically, run near him to bait him into doing his big haymaker punch, and make sure you get away from him straight away so he doesn't hit you. And you basically just repeat this over and over again until he has no health left. But be warned, once his health gets to 0, you need to run far away from him because he will start exploding and you don't want to get hit with the shockwave. And sometimes he teleports twice, so don't get sloppy and staying near him. Just make sure you always run pretty far away from him. And at the end, get your SOCOM out and get your 3 shots on him when he starts exploding. Don't go near him. Just get your 3 shots on him. Then collect all the stuff that's in Otacon's room if you need it. But especially get the chaff grenades before you go out the door. That's the most important item in there, really. And yeah, that was Grey Fox. I took one big hit. I would say try to take no hits during Grey Fox because it makes Psycho Mantis really pretty simple. Grab these 2 boxes of stun grenades on the second door before you leave. They're going to be important later when you're running up the stairs of the communications tower. So come out, get seen by Meryl, grab the cardboard box. It is a vital item. Do not miss the cardboard box in that room. You absolutely need the cardboard box. Grab all the items when the guards aren't there, anything you need from those other 2 rooms, all your ammunition, and especially the Nikita missiles and the stun grenades in the corner of that room. And once you're done collecting everything, go ahead and come to Mantis's boss room and just punch out Meryl straight away. Don't bother using stun grenades because you really need to save them for running up the stairs later. So again, Mantis, swap the controller port to port 2. You have to press L1 and R1 on PS5 to bring up that new menu and swap the controller port. Again, one of the ultimate moves in the history of video games, swapping the controller to port 2. When the Hideo message goes away, don't just stand around, start running right away and find Mantis and get a hit on him before he can throw his psychic energy at you. If you're too slow, he will hit you with psychic energy, and you really don't want to get hit if you have very low health like me. You basically have to no damage run Mantis if you have very little health. But if your health is at about the letter F in the life of Snake's health bar, I think you can take at least 1 hit. So try to get here without taking as little damage as possible. And after that, basically, you just have to stay on Mantis, get your shots in when you can, and just dodge all his stuff, like these chairs. You can get a shot on him, and then get down, get up, get a shot on him, get down. And never take a risk with these lamps. You can get 2 shots on him if you're quick, but I would just stay down until the entire animation of the lamps play out, just so you don't take any unnecessary risks. But yeah, this fight is really just a lot of staying out of the way of all these objects he throws at you. I would always stay pretty close to him so you could stop him getting a chance to throw that psychic energy at you. Punch out Meryl really quickly and then get a shot on Mantis because he will try to throw his psychic energy ball disc thing at you, whatever it is. He loves to do it as soon as you put Meryl down. So knock Meryl down and then be firing at Mantis, or if you're close enough, kick him or punch him just to prevent him doing his little attack. Sometimes if I'm not confident with my aim and I think I'm going to miss him, I just spam circle to punch him instead, because it's better to do less damage and knock him out of his little attempt to hit you with the psychic energy than it is, to just miss your shot with the gun and then you get hit after putting in so much work. Stay in front of him when he's in his final bit of health so that you don't get hit by those portraits or anything. And basically just repeat what you've been doing. Take your shots when you can. Mostly stay on the floor when he summons all this crap to throw at you. And he will just never hit you as long as you don't take any risks, unnecessary risks. Swap back to controller port 1 after you've done that. And then let's head out to see the wolves out here. They can be annoying. If you have very little health, I would save here just in case the wolves get you. But what you want to do is, hopefully their back will be to you in this first room. Equip a grenade. This one almost got me, but I managed to dodge it. But equip a grenade to run faster and just do your best to get through there. But we won't have to worry about them anymore because now we will punch Meryl and then equip the box. The wolf will pee on the box, and that will mean this box is now safe every time we have to go through the wolf den. Just equip that box. You will smell like a wolf, and they will leave you alone. We'll just skip all that Meryl stuff where she walks through the minefield. It's always really annoying that you have to watch that every time. But yeah, just pick up one mine or so you have a clear path to run away after you skip through all these codec calls. I'm going to skip the journey back to get the sniper rifle because we don't really need to see all that. But I do just want to show people that the box trick does work. You just equip the box now and the wolves will just love it. They'll think you're a wolf for some reason. Pretty funny, really cool hidden little trick, and it does work. So yeah, just run back to the basement, or on the way through the snowfield, actually stop and go into this little tunnel next to the gun camera to replenish some chaff grenades. That's always a good trick. Save before you go to get the sniper rifle on the elevator, just because this part can be messed up really easily. Wait for that guard, then run into this hole you blew up, grab your stun grenades and your chaff grenades, wait for that guard to turn around, come in. I don't need thermal goggles, but you probably should equip them to see the lasers. Try to go diagonally. Try to look through this door, and when you see the guard heading over to the right, that's your cue to run out. Have your chaff grenades equipped, or whatever grenades you want, just so you run faster. Pause at this corner, make sure there's no one there. Pause here, make sure the guard's down there, pretty far away, and then just run to the elevator and get out of there. That is a pretty tricky section, so I left it in. Skipping the journey back, just showing that the box works against the wolves again. But come into this little area before you fully go to fight Sniper Wolf. Pick up your ammunition and your diazepam from that other little tunnel you can crawl through. I just wanted to show people that that's there, just in case you're a new player and you don't really know that there's a hidden tunnel there. Come over to this right hand side, line yourself up with this left corner of Wolf's walkway and just aim at this one position for the entire fight. She will eventually walk over here and you can get a shot on her. I'll skip through most of this fight because it really is pretty all the same. You just sit here and camp on this one position and you just whittle her health down. It's really slow, but if you have barely any health left, this is really the safest method to do this because she can't hit you from there. Her bullets just sort of hit an invisible barrier, and she can't really shoot you from this position. So yeah, just sit here. It does take a while for her to run over, but I promise you she will. There she is. And now I'll just skip the rest of the fight so we can just get through the video quicker. Yeah, I'll come back when she's got one shot left. And she will eventually just run out here again, and that is the fight. So just line yourself up carefully so you can see that exact area I was aiming at, and that's how far back you have to be and everything. Replenish your sniper rifle ammo because you will need it for the walkway guards after Snake rappels down the building. Just collect some FAMAS bullets from under the stairs. Absolutely save here in case anything goes wrong in the torture or escape sequence. Obviously, just surrender to Ocelot, call up Otacon, and get your red sauce. I'll just skip all the codec calls and all the waiting because we don't really need to see that. Everyone knows how to escape from jail anyway. You just wait on Otacon bringing you the red sauce. Wait for Johnny to run in the door. Run at him, flip him over your shoulder. Don't worry about that alert. That alert's supposed to happen, and it's one of the ones you're allowed to get in order to get the big boss rank. When you run out here, Johnny will have to go to the bathroom anyway. Collect your items. Let Snake zip up. Watch this gun camera on the way out the door. But if you have your chaff grenade equipped, you're too fast for it, and you can sort of just run past it. And then head back up. And I'll skip the journey over here, but come down to Otacon's basement once you get back to the other building. Throw a chaff grenade and come around here to this door. Get your body armor. And then you can sort of head back to Sniper Wolf's area. I just skipped the entire journey back because I think people know what they're doing on the journey back, and it's just a lot of backtracking. And I think people do know what they're doing on those sections. But do come in here, get your Nikita ammo because you will need it later for Sniper Wolf and Vulcan Raven. So it's always good to top up your ammo. So get the body armor and that Nikita ammo before you head back to the Sniper Wolf boss battle area. And then you can start going up the stairs. I'll just skip all these codec calls and stuff that happen out here and skip along to the stair run. Before you run in the door, throw a stun grenade, wait a second, then run in so the stun grenade will blow up as soon as possible. Equip your body armor, then make it to about, I would say, the 8th flight of steps, and then start throwing your stun grenades. Again, the 8th flight of steps is the latest you should leave it to start throwing stun grenades. Then just spam those. I'll probably skip the rest of this journey because really all you're doing is just running and throwing stun grenades. You can afford to take a few hits as long as you have the body armor equipped. And once we're doing the repel section, Snake's health gets replenished anyway. So just save in this little area here once you've done that. And it should be pretty simple to get through there as long as you kept all your stun grenades and didn't waste any. So the repel section, I really don't have any great tips for this. I left it out of my Fox rank video because I just didn't really have any tips to help people. But what I like to do mainly is as soon as this cutscene ends, just hold down on the analog stick and spam X so you can sort of jump early to get into a better position. Just after this little cutscene ends, just try to get it down a little bit before Cambo calls you. Then I go over to the right, over to the left, back over to the right, over to the left. I accidentally get hit there. But as long as you're not taking machine gun fire, it's okay if you take like maybe 2 bits of steam damage. That's sort of alright. You want to get no damage, but I've never been able to do it. I always take at least 1 steam damage. But yeah, no more than 2 hits, I would say. Otherwise, reload. That bit can be frustrating, but yeah, I don't really have any good tactics there, I'm afraid. Here, hit these guys 3 times each. Don't hit them a 4th time because they will start shooting. So 3 bullets each, and then finish them off with a Nikita missile to this middle guy. The blast radius will take everyone else out. Equip a stun grenade and your body armor. Do not stop running when Liquid jumps up here. Just keep running in that little cutscene thing, and you should avoid him if you stick to the left. Next, you have to go down the stairs, get a little cutscene. I'll skip through this because it's just pretty annoying. There's nothing really to see. Then you go back up, you meet Otacon. I'll just skip the Otacon scene. Then use your chaff grenades to get past these cameras on the way up to fight Liquid. Don't forget about them. Sometimes I let it slip my mind that there's cameras and I accidentally get shot on the first one. And it's really just a bit of health you can't afford to really lose on extreme. So yeah, just use your 3 chaff grenades or 4 chaff grenades, whatever it is, to get past the cameras. And then just keep your grenades equipped because, as I always say, Snake does run faster when he has them out. Don't neglect to collect all this ammo before you go up the ladder. And then I would save once you get up this little ladder here. It's probably the best place to save in this area, just before the Hind D fight, because it can be tricky. Always keep your body armor equipped when you're fighting Liquid, because it's gonna keep you alive a little bit extra. But try not to take any hits on Liquid. It does seem hard at first, but you can get his pattern down. Get your first shot from the front, run over to the left side, run over to the front of the big square rectangle thing. I missed him there, but you should be able to get a shot on him normally. I was mad, so I kept at it until I got my shot. Then head around to the left side. He'll fly in from over there. Head back. Put your back against this. Get him from the front side again. Hide behind the rectangle. Go over here. Get him there. Hide behind this again. He'll be at the front of the tower again, but I'm just hiding from his bullets here. If you're underneath him, like directly underneath him, he can't shoot you. When he says nice shot, equip a chaff grenade and go get your extra ammo from that little walkway over there. When he says nice shot, he won't be shooting at you and he'll be gearing up to fire the missile. So that's just enough time to get that ammo back. And then after that, I try to stay behind this like rectangle thing as much as possible. And just try to get my shots in on him when I can. And if you can get underneath him, you can sort of get a few extra shots on him because he can't fire at you. So I run quite close to him. And if you're at the right angle, he can't really hit you when you're directly underneath him. And I think I managed to no damage this because I was just in the zone for some reason during this fight. I was just hitting him with everything I fired at him. And I was just getting lucky and getting underneath him quite often. So yeah, this big box thing in the center of the roof, it really is your friend. Just run around it to the opposite side of where he's at and you're pretty much just shielded from his bullets. And just try not to get greedy. And again, once you fire at him, you can try to get underneath him. And again, he can't hit you if you're directly underneath him. A lot of people are scared to go near him, but honestly the best place to be is underneath him because he can't shoot you at all. But again, just sticking around between the box and the doorway out of here, it's just a good area to sort of hang around. Once you've got his final hit on him, be careful because he can still be machine gunning you, even if he has no health left. So just don't think the fight's over just because you got him with that final shot. He can get a sneaky shot on you. But yeah, I managed to no damage him here. I would say as long as you only take maybe one hit from Liquid on Extreme here, and you did sort of pretty well on the repel section and only took about 2 hits there from Steam, not bullets. If you got hit with a bullet, I would have reloaded the repel section and do it again until you just take steam damage, because getting hit with a bullet on the repel section, it's pretty rough to then have to fight Liquid and not take any hits. But yeah, that's how I got through it there. Again, on the way down the stairs, make sure to use your chaff grenades again. Always pause to make sure you have enough time if the chaff runs out, because it's not worth just taking a bullet from one of these cameras, especially if you manage to no damage the hind D. It's pretty tricky actually if you're sort of new to the game to get no damage runs on any of the bosses. So I would come out here to the little walkway area, just save out here so you don't have to do that entire stair run again if you mess up on the fighting the guards in the elevator. This part is really tricky, really annoying. I don't really have a great strategy for dealing with it. A lot of people like to flip the guards over their shoulder and then choke them out one by one. But I've never been able to get it to work effectively. So I just stick to the old spray and pray with the FAMAS. Keep your body armor equipped so you take less damage. And just hold square and X to be able to run and shoot at the same time. And a quick way to reload is if you tap R1 and tap it again, and Snake will equip and unequip the gun, and it will just have its full ammo back once you do that. But yeah, running while holding square and X is a good way to get through this. I take a lot of shots I probably could have avoided, But since I did well on the chopper fight, it doesn't really matter that much. And I got through it pretty easily. But that part can be tricky, so I would save. Equip your grenades again, so you're running faster. Throw a chaff. Just wait for that camera to be affected by the chaff. Throw another one so you can get past the second set of cameras. A lot of people try to go through there without using chaff. It is doable, but it's worth it not to take a shot from the cameras, especially if you have quite a lot of health left and you did no damage the elevator guys or even no damage to Hind D. I would just use the chaff grenades. Skip through all Wolf's dialogue and of course head over to the right into this little enclave area and just start spamming the Nikita missiles on her. I probably could have skipped through a lot of this fight because it's really the same thing over and over again. Just using the Nikita missiles on it. But yeah, for some reason I didn't edit this bit. But yeah, you can skip forward like a minute or so if you don't want to watch this, because really all you do is honestly just stand in that area Snake's at and fire off missiles. I would say do not waste any. Like, don't blow up on a tree or completely miss with more than, I'd say you're allowed to miss about once or twice maybe, because you do need more Nikita missiles for fighting Raven. The way to do him really easily on extreme no damage is to spam Nikita missiles on him. So don't be going crazy and just thinking it's okay to let a lot of missiles miss. Try to make every shot count. But I think you're allowed to maybe miss once or twice if you have the same amount of ammo as I do. I'm not sure how many I started with there, but I had well over 15 of them. Maybe I actually had full Nikitas, I'm not sure. But yeah, I had quite a few. You do get more just before Raven. A couple of Nikita rockets, I think about 8 of them. But 8 isn't enough to do the trick. I think you need a few more than that. So again, just do your best to hit Wolf with every rocket that you use here. And it's actually good I didn't edit out this part or cut down the fight, so I have time to explain to people how important the Nikita is for Raven. And yeah, just don't waste any ammo. And that is that fight over. Again, equip your grenade so you run faster to get over to Wolf quicker. And be ready to throw a chaff grenade when you get into the next room before you head down to the blast furnace, because there is a camera in here. Some people can just sneak past it or blow it up with the stinger, but I just use the chaff. I would save after this little disc swap section. On PS5 they just show you this little cute animation, and then you press the button and it goes on to the second disc. Sort of emulates what that felt like back in the day. I would save in here on the blast furnace stairs just in case this next part goes wrong, because the crane thing that's moving around here can knock you off easily. Wait here by this little thing and just tap it until the guard sort of hears Snake, comes to investigate. Wait until he's walking around it and then run as fast as you can with the grenade out so you run faster. Try to get as close to this thing as possible. Press X to duck and then come over here. Wait for this guard to get to sort of the top of those stairs over there. Normally he walks down them, but I was too fast and he was still there, so I had to run at him and tap square to flip him over Snake's shoulder. If you have to do that, do not stop running at all after you flip him. Of course, you have to unequip your item to flip him. Don't have a grenade in your hand when you're about to flip him, otherwise Snake will throw the grenade by mistake. So unequip the grenade if that guy's at the top of the stairs, and just get past him that way. Otherwise, just watch him from up there and make sure you don't run into him. These guys, you have to run at them and sort of throw them over the edge of the banister of this elevator. If you get 2 of them and the last guy you can't flip him or whatever, he's being annoying, you can just choke him out. But keep your body armor equipped And you're allowed to use one ration on this game, on going for the big boss rank. But I didn't. But you can use your ration to get through that elevator fight. I would say that's the best place to use the ration if you have very low health. But try to do it without wasting your ration, because you can always use your one ration later during the second phase of Rex, because people can get damaged during it. And I didn't need my ration, but I held on to it just in case some people get stuck on Rex. I just want to prove that you can get through this elevator fight without using a ration. You will be on very low health now, but if you choose Raven and follow the video the rest of the way, you really don't need that much health. Save before Raven. You should be at about an hour 45 minutes gone. Uh, as long as you're below an hour 50, you're probably on course. Maybe an hour 55, you'll be on course actually. But come in here, skip your cutscenes, and run to the left straight away. Get to the center of this square and begin launching Nikita missiles round the corner. Every time one blows up, be bashing square so that you launch the next missile as quickly as possible. And Raven, if you're quick enough, will just get stun locked and he really can't hit you. But just be very quick with the Nikitas. Just keep bashing square as soon as the last one blows up, and then turn to the left or turn in his direction with the missile straight away, and he just can't blow them up. It is tricky to line yourself up on that one square, sort of in the center of it, and make sure you're not aiming at the crate by mistake, because Snake can blow himself up easily. But yeah, that is the method. Always save beforehand, because it is easy to mess that up, and it might take you a few times to get it right, but it does work. Grab those chaff grenades, throw one out on your way through here so that you can grab this stinger ammo. I threw mine too early, so I had to use 2 chaff grenades to get through there. But just make sure you grab all the stinger ammo that's out there, because you will need it to fight Rex and to hunt the rat. And you have to take out those gun cameras on the elevator, the big cargo elevator. You have to take out that gun camera just to be safe. Grab these chaff grenades over here on the left, just in case. I think I was trying to top them up for my Rex fight. I like to use chaff grenades against Rex in the first stage. Just skip all your Otacon dialogue. I probably could have skipped all these ladder climbing moments, but yeah, I left them in for some reason. Pick up those chaff grenades on this platform as well, and then head on up the rest of the ladders. And don't bother going exploring for any ammo or anything. You don't really need it. Just pick up the ammo that I pick up, and you should be able to do this all pretty easily. Again, I should have cut through all this dialogue stuff, but at least we're still on 2 times speed just to make the video a bit faster. For this guy, pause at the end of the walkway in first person, wait for him to go round the corner, and wait another 2 seconds after he disappears, and then start running with a grenade equipped so Snake is faster, and you will never get found by that guy as long as you watch him go round that corner in first person view, and then wait an additional 2 seconds. Equip your body armor straight away after this cutscene, so you can tank a shot from this guy, and then run at him and flip him over your shoulder. Don't bother trying to fight him, and then equip a grenade so Snake runs faster and he can just get away from him. And then you just head back down all these ladders, and you have to hunt the rat and get the PAL key off the rat. This bit can be annoying. I would save at the bottom of these ladders, just when you get to the bottom floor. I would just save in case you get bad RNG with this rat and he messes up your run. So yeah, I just save here quickly. I do sort of get bad RNG, but yeah, I didn't bother reloading because I had enough time to spare. Always look down these stairs first. Sometimes you get lucky and he's just on the stairs. Otherwise, come over here. I should have looked down the down the first person view mode of the missile launcher earlier, and I could have got him before he went back into the hole. But when he goes back into that hole, it means eventually he's going to come round to this end again. So we'll head back to this little set of stairs. Don't spend too long in the toxic waste of the drainage ditch or whatever that is, because it will damage Snake. And if you're on very, very low health, you could actually end up dying from the sewage, and that would be pretty terrible. So again, probably should have cut out all this ladder climbing. It's just annoying to watch. But I kind of forgot to edit out this stuff. But oh well. Again, it's good practice to just show you this guy again. First person view, wait for him to go around the corner, wait an additional 2 seconds, and then run. And again, he just will never spot you. Come in here, over to the right so you avoid the camera. Use the first PAL key. And then I would save in this room every time you use the PAL key. Just in case the next part, if you mess it up, you can just reload, because it can be tricky. You need the cardboard box to get past this guard. That's why it was so vital earlier. Stop around this area. Equip the box. Don't have your grenades equipped. Unequip them. Wait for the guard to come towards you. Wait for him to be all confused, and he'll turn around. And as soon as he turns his back to you, run at him and flip him, and then equip your grenades again so you can outrun him and get back to the ladders. So yeah, that can be tricky to pull off if you aren't used to pulling it off. So it is best to save before you attempt that in the little command room, and then you can just exit the game and reload if you mess it up. But yeah, cardboard box. Wait for him to look at it. He'll turn around, unequip the box, run at his back, and just bash square while running at him, and Snake will flip him over his shoulder. So again, watch out for these cameras. If you stick to this route that I was on there, sticking tight into the right hand side of everything, Snake can't really get hit by those cameras. When you're in here trying to freeze the key, it's a good time to pick up all this Stinger ammo and Nikita ammo. You don't really need the Nikita ammo anymore, but definitely get all the Stinger ammo. Because we will need a lot of it for Rex. And when we go up this cargo elevator to the blast furnace to warm the key, we'll need to take out that gun camera that just is on the first elevator, or just in the area at the top of the first elevator, because it can hit you. And when you have as low health as me, it can really damage you. So yeah, when the key freezes, just head back up all these ladders again. Again, I don't know why I didn't cut out all this when I was leaving the video ready for editing. I guess I just forgot. But I guess it's a good time to explain sort of stuff about using the Stinger missile against that gun camera. Because I have put the video at 2 times speed, so it is hard to explain everything as quickly as I can when I'm looking at this footage. So yeah, again, this guard, as always, watch him, wait till he goes around the corner, and after about two seconds, I would say, then you can start running. Again, be wary of this camera. Come in to the right hand side, go into the center. The camera can't see you when you're at the center of the room, so come back out that same way you went in. Save once again in case you mess up this box trick, because I know it can be tricky. I was messing it up the first time I tried to do it. But yeah, stop around this square here. Watch the guard. Make sure you've nothing equipped on your weapon hand. Wait for him to look at the box. He'll turn around again. Just run at him, flip him, equip your grenades so Snake can sprint away from the scene. And yeah, that's the last time you'll have to do that. It's easier getting past him when you're going towards the command room than going away from it. People like to do another tactic where they equip and unequip a grenade while moving forward. It somehow silences Snake's feet on the walkway, but it always seemed a bit risky to me, and I prefer to do the box trick. So yeah, we have to run all the way back to the blast furnace now. This really is the most annoying part of the game. Uh, Back in the day on the PS1, they like to put a lot of padding and backtracking into games just to make sure you didn't complete them too quickly. Uh, but yeah, one of the things that Twin Snakes, the remake of this game on GameCube, actually did better was that it had a ability to shoot a pipe that puts out steam in Rex's room. So you could just shoot that pipe and stand near it with the key card, and it would heat up the key that way. And I think there was another pipe or something you could shoot that actually cooled down the key within the Rex room, and it was just a really great improvement. Twin Snakes didn't improve a lot of things. It kind of messed up a few things, but the one thing it did fix was the backtracking at the end of the game here. Uh, I guess it does add a uh, sort of gives you breathing room to prepare yourself for Rex. I guess you could argue that's why all this backtracking's here from like a gameplay design point of view. But yeah, I'm not sure. A lot of people, this is where the game stops being a 10 out of 10 and becomes like a 9.5 for them because of going up and down those ladders and up these elevators all the time. But yeah, I don't mind it that much. And when you are doing a big boss rank run, these parts are kind of easy to get through. They're one of the easier parts. So it does feel like a bit of a break from all the like intense moments when you're doing this. But yeah, mainly it's just kind of to slow down the game so that you didn't finish it too fast back in the 90s when most games were over pretty quickly and they wanted you to like feel like you got your money's worth. So again, just hang around in here on the bottom floor with your key card, just equipping and unequipping it. I was really impatient. You don't have to check it as often as I do, but I was just eager to get on with the rest of the game, so I was spamming it. When it turns red, that's your time to get out of here. And again, be careful with the gun camera on the next floor because it can see you if you're trying to run past it. And it has hit me before when I've just tried to run past it, even with a grenade out. You could use a chaff grenade, but again, I'm sort of saving those for the Rex fight. So I just don't mind just using a single Stinger missile. Because you get plenty of Stinger missile ammo laying around in Rex's arena along the edges of the map. So yeah, I don't mind using just one there. Again, equip your chaff grenade after you do that so you're running fast again. And I should have said, actually, when you're going through the Raven boss fight, make sure when you come in from that area, down, over to the left, and then straight down, and then over to the right is how you get through there on the way from Rex, where you don't run into any guards. And on the way back through, we're going to be running in and going as far to the right as possible, and then following a guard up. Or you can do what I do, which is flip that guard. But just be aware if you're not good at flipping guards, you can just follow this guy. But I'm just skipping on ahead here a bit because I forgot to like sort of edit out all these codec calls and stuff. You do get spammed with them here near the end of the game. But yeah. So I would save here just in case you mess up with this guard. Because I'm going to do the risky method of flipping him just to be a bit quicker. But yeah, in and to go straight to the right and run as far over here as possible. Flip this guy. Or you can just slowly follow him up here and he will never see you as long as you stay behind him. And then you can just run through the door that way. But yeah, hopefully people saw how I got through the freezing room to get back to the elevator, because I forgot to mention there are guards in there now. And you just have to go in to the left, and then down, and then right into the door. And that's how you get through on the way to the blast furnace. And on the way back, it's in to the right, flip the guard, or just follow him up that path, and no one will ever see you. Again, this guy, last time, pause here, stare at him, he goes round the corner, wait for about 2 seconds, and yeah, just equip your grenade, and you run so fast that he will never see you. Again, watch that camera, down, into the right, through the centre of the room, put in the final key card. Liquid's gonna call us up and reveal his disguise, and he's gonna say the best line in the game: "Did you like my sunglasses?" And then you just have to call up Otacon to get yourself out of this room. Just knock on the door. "Let me out, Otacon! Come on!" And then he'll call you up, and then you can just run out there. I would save on this platform before you go to fight Rex. Just so you don't have to do that final run from the blast furnace again. That would be really annoying. So yeah, equip your body armor and get your chaff grenades ready. Skip all these cutscenes, of course. We don't need to see any of these on a big boss run. Head over to the right, throw a chaff grenade, get out your stinger missile. The chaff grenades, make sure he fires his missiles in like a bizarre fashion. He can't really hit you. So the method is throw a chaff grenade, fire a missile, throw a chaff grenade, and just keep moving, and his missiles can't really lock onto you as long as you're using the chaff grenades. And just sort of run around him in a big circle, and he will never hit you, and you will no damage Rex really easily. There's probably faster methods, but this is just how I like to do it. And stinger missile ammo and chaff grenade ammo will be around the edge of the map. So if you somehow miss like 35 missiles, there's going to be some that respawn around the edge of the map. So just keep that in mind if you need more. You won't need the chaff grenades after this first phase. They become useless. But then you will need a stun grenade. Just skip all those cutscenes again. Get into the second phase. Throw a stun grenade right away if you have any. It temporarily blinds Liquid. Allows you to get underneath him. And what I like to do is just stay between his legs. Stay pretty far back between his legs so you're not getting hit by the laser he likes to deploy. Always keep a grenade equipped so that you're running faster than he can move. And as long as you have a grenade equipped and you're staying between his legs, he can't ever really hit you, to be honest. This is a really slow method, but yeah, it's pretty safe. And I think I no damage him here as well. And for a big boss run on extreme, taking no damage during both stages of Rex is pretty good. I do have the ration. I didn't use it on the elevator cargo guard ambush. Most people use the ration around there, but I was able to get through it without using it, so I didn't bother. But if you're having trouble in this fight and you get tagged by the laser, if you're not quick enough at running back between his legs, and you're a bit worried about getting taken out after doing so well in the first phase, you can use just the one ration. But yeah, I would try, if you've made it this far without the ration, I would try to do a no rations run, just because it looks nicer on your final end game screen. The only thing I really abused on this run was saves, and that's just because I'm trying to make sure people like they have as much chance to get through this as possible. You can save like 80 times or something crazy like that, but I think I only do about 30 or so. I probably could cut out half those saves, but I was just being on the side of caution. So I would save here after his little speech. You're going to have to listen to his speech again for the first 30 seconds of the fight if you fail and reload. But yeah, it's better than having to do both sets of Rex fights again. For the boxing, get your 3 hits on him. Keep doing it until he says nice shot. and then that'll be your cue to know that he's going to start doing his punching. So get your 3 shots, run in, run away. 3 shots, run in, run away. Once you start knocking him off, he's going to start doing his big kick thing here. And also he's going to try to bull charge at you. He'll make a roaring sound when he's about to like charge at you. So stay pretty far away from him so you can sort of dodge that. It is pretty hard to dodge, but if you have enough distance between you and Liquid, you can see it coming and just get as far away from him as possible. You really want to bait him to do that when he has no health left. So you can get him to come right to the edge. I almost got him off there, but he was just too far away. Always be wary of his big kick. I was just really messing this up near the end, but yeah. Bait him to do his little charge, and hopefully he'll be near the edge, and then you can just kick him off. I would save after you do that, just because that is a pretty tough fight. And yeah, I know most people don't want to redo that once they get through it. So for this final section, just come round to this first jeep. Just ignore Otacon telling you to go over there and mess around with this guard for a while. Just so you don't have to deal with him. When the subtitle for Snake Jump In comes up, that's your cue to finally run over there and hop on. Don't worry about taking out those 2 guards by the barrel. I think you have to do it. But yeah, just be aiming for the barrel and don't try to fight anyone else in there. Again, hit the barrels here. Don't shoot directly at the enemies. It's just a waste of time. There are no barrels for the second section. But what you have to do is take out the guy on the left first here. Ignore the guy in the middle. Then aim for the guy on the right. And then go back for the guy in the middle. And that's how you take like the least amount of damage there. The guy in the middle, he just shoots that barrier for a while. So yeah, take the guy on the right. Leave the guy in the center. And then take out the other guy. And then go back for the guy in the center. For Liquid here, you just sort of have to sway from side to side on this first phase. It can be annoying, but if you do it well enough, it's really the best way to survive, is getting good at that swaying side to side part. On this section, you just sort of have to line it up with him in a straight line. It can be tricky, and he can get a shot off on you sometimes. This next part, it's back to more swaying left to right. Just do it not too fast, not too slow. Just keep swaying and you will nick him eventually. This part, it can be annoying, but if you line up with the right section of the wall and you get your first shot off on him, just stay glued to that part of the wall and he will just keep driving back into your shot, and it makes that part pretty easy. After that, this last part, it's really just free for all. You just sort of have to sway from side to side very slightly, and if you have enough health, you should be able to get through there easily enough. I'm going to skip the end credits just so we don't have to sit through them, but they are 8 minutes long and they do count towards your final time, so keep that in mind. You have 8 minutes of credits to add on to your time. But I managed to do it extreme, 2 hours 42, saved 29 times, and used 0 rations. Thanks for watching. I'd really appreciate a like on the video, a little comment, and maybe even a subscribe if any of that helped you out. Again, thanks for watching.